Shore in Ocho, Rios. And we'll see you when you're ready to come back home here to the Carnival Breeze, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Today we are in Jamaica, and we've got some pretty severe team splits going on today. Sam's out on his own. I'm going out on my own. Mindy and her mom are doing the Bob Marley thing. Everyone else, I believe, is doing some sort of swimming with dolphins option. So yesterday we all kind of hung out together at the beach, stuck together for most of the day. Today we're all over the place. Obviously Jamaica's a much bigger venue than that tiny little island of Grand Turk, so there's more places to go. So it only makes sense that we should sort of spread ourselves around a little bit and check out a whole bunch of different stuff. So that's what we're doing. And then tomorrow will be another day at sea, and then on Friday is going to be our last day where we're going to the Bahamas. And for that, I think everyone but Isabella and Glenn are going to be going to Atlantis. Julian is staying on the ship both today and for Nassau. My journey is going to be the Bobsled Jamaica. So based sort of on the real story told by the movie Cool Runnings, with, I believe, Dougie Doug and a cast of others, including John Candy. It's basically the story of how for 2 Winter Olympics in a row, Jamaica had a bobsled team, despite having this kind of an environment. That's the Norwegian Pearl. But the point being is it's a small island, very blue water, very warm all the time. A winter sport seems a poor fit. So you got a little handbrake, apparently 2 handbrakes, one on either side, and you were in charge of that ride. And then at the top there's something called an infinity pool. Now, if my understanding of an infinity pool is correct, what the idea there is that it's a, I think, glass bottom, glass side pool. So it feels like you're just in water that's suspended in the middle of nowhere, pretty much off the side of a mountain, it sounds like. Now, they say you can stay in the pool for as long as you like, so how long I stay is up to me. And so that's pretty much my plan for the day. As a side note, last night we went to what we thought was the comedy club, but it turns out the comedians were off last night, and it was karaoke. So we did find some comedy, because some of that stuff was interesting. There was some pretty boisterous people, some pretty talented people, and the opposite of those. So I'm still trying to convince Sam to give karaoke a go. I told him I'm willing to back him up, or he can back me up, or whatever. Might be a tough sell, might involve some alcohol, but I'm hoping that Sam will decide to give it a go, because it was a blast when I did that on the Inspiration with Burton. Yeah, so that's currently the plan. Whether we get Sam on video, that might be pushing our luck a little bit if we're able to even get him to do it. So yeah, hopefully I've got all the supplies that I need to go off and journey on my own. And so this is Ray's Jamaican Bobsled Adventure.
Alright guys, you're gonna ride that bobsled like you stole it. Guys, it's only a 5-minute ride. You're gonna ride it like you stole it. Full speed ahead. It de-stresses. If you're hypertensive, it's gone when you're finished. Just full speed ahead, guys. What's her name?
Nene.
Nene. What's up, Nene? We drive on the left here. The right side is suicide. Never you get on the right, okay? The European Union is asking us to reduce our price by 39% over a 4-year period. We choose to close the factories down. Luckily, the Chinese came along and bought it. I wish them luck. The port was also used for bauxite shipment. Bauxite is that red dirt they mine from the ground to make aluminum, British aluminium. It has been close to that for the past 40 years. Recycling as a total plan. It is also known as a James Bond there, because a part of the movie Got to Know was also filmed there. Well, guys, did you know that all the scripts for the Bond movies, they were all written here in Jamaica, 15 minutes east of Ocho, at a place called GoldenEye. Ian Fleming came here not as a tourist, but as a British agent. There he was encouraged to write by another British author, Sir Noel Powell. So there he sat in GoldenEye and wrote all the scripts for the Bond movies. It's presently owned by Chris Black, and he came as a 5-year-old from London and was very much instrumental in producing Bob Marley's music. Highly recommend. It's rich and famous that goes here. People like Vince talk about chairman of Microsoft, Paul Allen. He owned village 100 feet above the rainforest. Secure all loose items in your pockets. We don't want you losing your stuff to lions and tigers. Or you might see them with evil pay later. Anyway, don't look too frightened. We don't have much of a wild ride here.
See what that is. What is that, right?
So I just did the Jamaican bobsled thing. Didn't bother going into the pool because the pool was actually really small for something called the Infinity Pool. I think its capacity is about 8 people. They had a slide on it, but the slide seemed to be about as impressive as the one at the Travelodge West Edmonton Mall. So yeah, I didn't see that as being a too high a priority thing to do. But no, it was really cool. I really enjoyed the bobsled thing. That was fantastic. So everybody who didn't go, you missed out. But yeah, so just heading back down on the chairlift, which is included in the bobsled thing, as you can see. And yeah, they had a hummingbird exhibit. One thing you may notice is you actually get really close to the foliage with this thing. Your feet will touch the tops of the bushes, the branches, the trees, whatever it is you happen to be above, at multiple points along. Most notably, there's a big bush that your feet basically go through as you're about to reach the top. So it was funny. I was coming up with a couple other people, and they were saying, "Oh, you know, you get." Wonder how much I have to come down here and trim this stuff." And I'm thinking, we're the ones doing the trimming with our shoes and our feet, because yeah, it's an active process that you experience when you're here. So, and the chairlift is pretty smooth, which is nice. It does slow down and stop on occasion, maybe about once per one-way trip. So pretty good. You get some pretty amazing views, and it's nice and relaxing, which is nice. I mean, that's been the challenge for me, trying to understand why do people go somewhere and then do nothing. But I get the nice relaxing stuff. Used to go hiking quite a bit and all that kind of stuff. I can appreciate the you know, the nature aspect of it, and the you know, you hear about Jamaica and you think that it could be a bit of an overload with all the music and the people and the food and the activities. I hear a zip line. I don't see it. I hope that's a zip line. Anyways, so you think it would just be kind of this non-stop party bombardment for the senses, regardless of what speed you're at. But this Mystic Mountain attraction out here is it's pretty nice. It's a slower pace. Zip lining. I think that's something I'd like to try if I come back. I think that's the sound they make to let the other side know that the person's arrived and it's safe to send the next zipliner. And so one thing you'll notice when you're on the people mover, whatever you want to call it, chairlift, is that sometimes there'll just be a whole bunch of backpacks instead of people on the chairlift. And part of why that is because it's the people going on the zip line aren't able to take their backpacks, and so the chairlift has to bring those down to meet them at that platform back there, and then they're able to get reunited with their stuff and then get back on the chairlift. If they want to go up, they need to go all the way down, turn around, and then come back again to get back up to the top of Mystic Mountain. If they want to zip line again or go to the bobsled or hit the pool. But yeah, so I'm fairly pleased with this excursion. I think it was a pretty good time. I think you know, other people would have enjoyed it, but I think that the selections other people were making, it sounds like they're hopefully having a blast at their various adventures. Sam is out at the Dunn's River Falls, which I've seen some pictures on postcards. It looks pretty cool. You get to actually kind of walk up some naturally made steps up a waterfall, which is kind of cool. I once climbed a waterfall up by Golden Years back home, so I feel like I've done the waterfall thing. That having been said, if I were to come back, would I go on that excursion? Yeah, I think I might check that one out too. I don't know. There's quite a few cool things to do here as excursions go. I have no earthly idea what that sound is. So it's a dead animal, an insect, many, a zip line, some sort of technology. I don't know. That's not creepy. Only it is. And the fact that it coincides with the stopping of the chairlift is all part of the fun, let's say. This chairlift's pretty good. Could probably accommodate up to 4 people comfortably, 6 people, if some of them are skinnier children. Today is the day that Julian is spending on the ship at Camp Carnival. Now, when we were waiting in line to get on the chairlift, the guy was making a joke about how you need to watch out for banana spiders. And then he went and poked people with a reed of grass, and they would freak out. So, was that just to set up for a joke? I don't know. I haven't had any access to Wi-Fi in a while, so the list of things that I would like to ask Wikipedia grows daily. It's funny, you don't really realize how useful that kind of access to information is until it's not there. I mean, there's some things that are really good about being unplugged, disconnected. And it's not the giant wasp. Creepy. Yeah, no, the thing about not being connected all the time that's nice is the trivia games on the ship go a whole lot better because you know that nobody's shazamming the TV theme song or, you know, looking up the trivia question to the trivia night, that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. Still hoping to get Sam to hit up the karaoke just because it's fun. I mean, it's not about embarrassing him this time. I had this nice little bit of fun with him at dinner the other night where one of the drinks on the ship was called the Kiss on the Lips. And so I turned to the waiter and say, "Excuse me, sir, I would like a kiss on the lips, please." Sam lost his mind. It was priceless. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed that. One thing that's unfortunate, I should have videotaped when we were headed up because you get a nice view of the cruise ship and whatnot. But on the way down, you're on the lower level. The view's not quite as nice. See, we're getting close to traffic. Something about the horns here don't sound as angry as they do back home. It's like here they're saying hey, and you don't really know if it's like hey hello or, you know, hey get out of my way. Wow, check that out. There's nothing there. There we go. There's the breeze.